Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Today I'm going to solve Cambridge IGCSE paper 4 May June 2024. Before starting the paper, I request you please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Let's start question of paper 4. Question 1. A fruit drink is made using 1.5 liter of apple juice, 450 millimeter of mango juice. Write the ratio is in simplest form. Look here, apple juice here is 1.5 liter. Ratio mango juice here is 450 milliliter. To simplify this ratio, firstly, we will make the unit same. The unit of liter, we will convert into milliliter. If we multiply by 1000, this liter become milliliter. Therefore, we can write this 1.5 into 1000 milliliter ratio 450 milliliter. Milliliter will be cancelled, and this will be 1500 ratio 450. And we can divide this by 15. We get 15 times 100 is 1500, and 15 times 30 is 450. And the ratio here will be 100 ratio 30. We can divide this ratio by 10. We get 10 ratio 3. This is the simplest form of the ratio. Next part B, 1 liter of fruit drink is shared between 3 cups. The amount in cups in ratio 9 ratio 6 ratio 10. Calculate the number of millimeter in each cup. Firstly, we will write here is the ratio is 9 ratio 6 ratio 10. We convert the ratio into actual value. If we multiply these ratio by x, we get actual values. The actual values become 9x, ratio 6x, ratio 10x. And the total drink here is 1 liter. Therefore, we can write 9x plus 6x plus 10x will be equal to 1 liter. We convert into milliliter. 1 liter, that's equal to 1000 milliliter. Therefore, we write 1000. And this value is equal to 25x equal to 1000. 1000 is divided by 25, we get 40. And each cup having actual value is 9x. Actual value becomes 9 into 40 because x is 40. Therefore, we write 360 and 6x. We can write this 6 into 40. And this will be equal to 240. And 10x, that becomes 10 into 40. And this will be equal to 400. Therefore, each cup having number of milliliter will be 360, 240, and 400 milliliter. In part C, a shop buys bottle of fruit drink of $3.2 each. It sells them at a profit of $15. Calculate the selling price of each bottle of fruit drink. We have to calculate the selling price, and the selling price will be equal to the cost price here is $3.20, and the profit is 15%, and this is 15% of cost price, that is 3.20. We can write 3.20 plus 15 over 100 multiply 3.2, and this value will be equal to 3.2 plus 0.48, and this will be equal to $3.68. This is the selling price of each bottle of fruit drink. Part D, the number of bottles of fruit drink sold grown exponentially at a rate 2.5% per year. 5 years ago, the shop sold 16,620 bottles. Calculate the number of bottles sold this To calculate the number of bottles sold this year, the number of bottles increase exponentially. Therefore, we will use the formula for exponentially grown value. The value exponentially grow will be equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 power T. P here is the initial value and A is the final value and R is the rate. Therefore, we can write this. The A is the number of bottle this year. Number of bottle this year will be equal to A and this will be equal to P is the initial value. The initial value here is the 16,620 bottle. 1 into 1 plus R is the rate is 2.5. Our 100 power T is the time 5 and we can calculate, therefore this value will be equal to 18804 number of bottles. This is the answer. Now we move to the next part. Question and part E, the bottle juice are 18.5 centimeter tall, correct to nearest millimeter. They are stored on shelf. The distance between shelf is 23 centimeter, correct to nearest centimeter. Calculate lower bound of distance T between the top of bottle and shelf of it. Look here, this is the distance D we have to calculate. And this distance D will be equal to distance between shelf minus bottle height. Therefore, we can write this here. D distance will be equal to distance between shelf minus bottle height. We have to calculate the lower bound value of this distance. Therefore, D lower bound will be equal to distance between shelves lower bound minus the bottle height. And this is upper bound value. Here is the distance between shelf is 23 centimeter. And the lower bound value will be equal to 23 minus half of degree of accuracy. Degree of accuracy is 1 centimeter. We write here is 1. And minus bottle height is 18.5 centimeter. We have to calculate upper bound value. And this value will be equal to 18.5 plus half of the degree of accuracy. Look here, this is in centimeter and degree of accuracy in millimeter. Now we will convert this value in centimeter. Therefore, this value 18.5 plus 1/2 into 1 millimeter, that will be equal to 0.1 centimeter. Therefore, we can write this minus 18.5 plus 0.05 and this will be equal to 23 minus 0.5 and this will be equal to 22.5 and that 22.5 minus 18.55 and this will be equal to 3.95 and this is the lower bound value of distance T. Now the next question, question 2 part A, find the value of A and B. Here two parallel lines given and this is the straight line. Sum of adjacent angle on straight line equal to 180. Therefore, we can write this A plus 38 equal to 180 and we can write the property sum of adjacent angle on straight line and therefore this value will be equal to 180 minus 38 and this will be equal to 142 and this is the angle 142. Look here, the angle B, that will be equal to 142 because this is the alternate angle on straight line. We write here is alternate angles between parallel lines. Therefore, B will be equal to 142. Part B, calculate the interior angle of 12-sided polygon. The formula of each interior angle of regular polygon, that will be equal to n minus 2 into 180 our n. N is the number of sides, therefore 12 minus 2 multiplied by 180. Our n here is 12. Therefore, we can write 10 multiplied 180, that's equal to 1800 over 12. And this will be equal to 150. And this is the answer. Part C. The diagram shows a circle, center O, the point M and P lie on the circumference of circle. ABM is tangent. Find the value of F and G. Look here, the angle between tangent and chord is 56. And this is left is the angle on alternate segment. Therefore, the F will be equal to 56 because the angle on alternate segment always equal. And the value of F will be 56. Next, the value of G. Look here, this is the triangle MOP is isosceles triangle because OP and OM are the radius, and therefore the angle on the base of isosceles always same, therefore this angle will be G. Next, you look here, the angle between POM is equal to 2 times of the angle of circumference. Therefore, we write here is the angle OMP equal to G because angle on base. Next is the angle MOP, that will be equal to 2 times of F degree, and F is 56. And the reason here is the angle at center equal to 2 times of angle at circumference. And this angle will be equal to 112. Now we have to calculate angle G. If we add all three angles in a triangle, G plus G plus 112, that will be equal to 180 because the sum of interior angle of triangle is equal to 180. Therefore, we can write 2G will be equal to 180 minus 112. And this will be equal to, G will be equal to 68 divided by 2. And this will be equal to 34. Therefore, G will be equal to 34. Next up, part D. Part D, the diagram shows a cyclic quadrilateral. Find the value of K. Look here, this is the triangle. And in this triangle, two angles given. And the third angle, we can calculate this unknown angle and we name it as X degree. The 24 plus 27 plus X degree will be equal to 180 because the sum of interior angle of triangle equal to 180. Therefore, we can write this 51 plus X degree equal to 180. And this X degree will be equal to 180 minus 51. And this will be equal to 129. And we have to calculate this angle K. Look here, this is the cyclic quadrilateral. Sum of diagonally opposite anterior angle of cyclic quadrilateral equal to 180. Therefore, K plus X degree equal to 180. And the sum of diagonally opposite interior angle are supplementary. And therefore, K plus X is here is 129 equal to 180. Therefore, K will be equal to 180 minus 129. And this will be equal to 51. degree. Therefore, the value of K will be 51. And this is the answer. Question number 3, part A. The table shows the time that each 40 student takes to travel to school. Part first, calculate an estimate of mean. Formula of mean, sum of values divided by number of values. The sum of values we can calculate by sum of multiplication of f into x. And the sum of f into x we write is summation fx. And the x is the class mark. Class mark is the middle value. And f is the frequency here. And we can write summation fx, our summation f, number of values, sum of value, summation f. And firstly, we will calculate the x. X is the middle value. And of these interval, look here, first interval 0 to 10, the middle value will be 5. And this 17.5, and this value 25 to 40 is 32.5, and this value is 40 to 60 is 50. Now we can calculate f into x. Multiply f to x, we can calculate fx, and after this we will add all this value. Therefore, we can write 5 into 3 plus 17.5 into 18 plus 32.5 into 15 and plus 15 to 40, 15 to 4. And our summation f, sum of values of frequency, we add these values, we get 40. And we write here is 40. Now we calculate this. This value will be equal to 15 plus 315 plus 487.5 plus 200 divided by 40, and this will be equal to 1017.5 divided by 40, and this will be equal to 25.43, and this is the estimated mean. Part second, on the grid, draw a histogram to show the information in the table. To draw the histogram, firstly, we have to calculate the frequency density. Frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. Therefore, firstly, we find the class width. The class width of this interval 0 to 10 is 10. 10 to 15 is 10 to 25 is 15, 25 to 40 is 15, and the next 40 to 20 is 60. And to calculate the frequency density, we divide the class frequency divided by class width. Therefore, 3 divided by 10, that's equal to 0.3, and 18 divided by 15, that's equal to 1.2, and 15 divided by 15 is equal to 1. 4 divided by 20, that will be equal to 0.2. Now we have to draw the histogram. To draw histogram, we will draw the bar here. First bar between 0 to 10, and the height is 0.3. Firstly, we mark here is the height of the bar. This is 0.3, and we will draw bars between 0 to 10, and the height is 0.3. This is the first bar of histogram. Next is 10 to 25, and we mark here is the position 25. This is 25, and the height is 1.2. We mark here is the height. This is the position 1.2. Now we will draw next bar, and this will be adjacent to first bar. This height is 1.2. The width of the rectangle 10 to 25, and this is the 10 to 25. This is the second bar, and the third bar, the width of the bar is 15 and height is 1. Therefore, we take the bar width 25 to 40, and the height is 1 unit. Therefore, we draw this bar of 25, width is 25 to 40, height is 1. Next is the width of bar is 40 to 60 because the interval of the time here is 40 to 60. Therefore, width is 40 to 60, 20 unit width, and height is 0.2. And this position is 0.2. And we will draw our horizontal line, and this vertical line we get a bar, and this is the histogram. After 2 students are selected random from 40 students, calculate probability that one student takes more than 25 minutes, other student takes less than takes 10 minutes or less to travel to school. And this probability will be equal to probability of the student who takes time more than 25 minutes into probability of the student who take time less than 10 minutes, or the student time takes less than 10 or less than 10 minutes into probability of student who takes time more than 25 minutes. And look here, the student who takes more than 25 minutes, here are total students, 15 plus 4, 19. Therefore, probability will be equal to number of students divided by total student, 19 divided by 40 students. And the probability of student who takes time 10 minutes or less, that will be equal to you look here, the number of students here is 3. But total student here will be 39 because one student is already selected. Plus, and then next we will substitute the value of P. P is less than 10 minutes. The probability of the student who takes time less than 10 minutes here are 3 out of 40. And the student who takes time more than 25 minutes, here are 19 out of 39 because one is already selected. And this will be equal to 19 over 520. And this will be equal to also 19 over 520. And this will be equal to 520 and 19 plus 19, 38. And when we divide by 2, we get 19 over 260. This is the answer. Part B, this is some information about 200 people to fill a questionnaire. Write down the shortest time taken. Look here, the range of the time here is 25 minutes. The range is equal to maximum minus minimum value. The maximum range here is 25. And the maximum value here is the longest time is 30 minutes. Therefore, we write is 30 minus minimum. And this minimum value will be equal to 30 minus 25. And this will be equal to 5 minutes. Next is the part second. Part second on grid, draw a box and whisker plot to show this information. Firstly, we will mark the smallest value. Here is the 5 minutes. And this is the 5 minutes. Then, and next is the largest time, the longest time. This is the 30, and this is the longest time. And the median here is 22. 22 is this. This position is median, and we name it as Q2. And next is the lower quartile is 8 minutes. This will be the lower quartile, Q1. And the interquartile range is 19. Therefore, 8 plus 19, that will be equal to 27. Therefore, the upper quartile will be 27. And this is 27. And this is the Q3. And we will make a box between Q1 to Q3. This is the whisker box. Question 3, George says that 101 of people took more than 22 minutes to fill in the questionnaire. Explain why this is wrong. Look here, the median time was 22 minutes. It means that 100 people takes 22 or less than 22 minutes. Therefore, it is not possible for people, 100 people takes more than 22 minutes. So we can write because median here is 22 minutes. Therefore, 100 people fill questionnaire in time 22 minutes equal to 22 or less than 22 minutes. Question 4, part A. The diagram shows a tank in shape of half cylinder with radius 12 centimeter and length 1 meter. The tank is fixed horizontally and completely filled with water. Calculate volume of water in tank. Look here, the volume of water in the tank is half filled. Therefore, the volume of water will be equal to half of the volume of cylinder. The half of volume of cylinder, that will be equal to base area into height. And base area is pi r square into h. This is the formula of volume of cylinder, and we multiply by 1/2, we get the volume of water. Now we substitute the value here, that's 1/2 is written as it is, pi is 3.142. Radius, look here, this is 12 centimeter, 12 multiplied by 12, and the height is 1 meter. Look here, the volume, the length here is given in meter, we convert into centimeter. When we convert this into centimeter, the length will be equal to 1 multiplied by 100. That value will be equal to 100 centimeter. This is the height, and this height is 100 centimeter. We calculate it, we get the answer is 22,622.4 cubic centimeter. Look here, that gives your answer correct to nearest 10 cubic centimeter. Therefore, we will take the value correct to nearest 10 cubic centimeter. Therefore, we write this value 22,620. This is the correct to 10 cubic centimeter value, and this is the answer. Part second, water is removed from the tank until the water level is 6 centimeter below the top of tank. The diagram shows the cross-section of the tank. Calculate volume of water. Look here, this is the water level, and this water level is not dropped. And the filled water in the tank, the shape of this filled water in the tank is regular shape. The volume of the regular shape equal to base area into height. Therefore, we write base area into height. And here is the base area is the cross-sectional area of the water in the tank. Therefore, we can write the volume of water in the tank will be equal to area of cross-section of water in the tank multiplied by length. This is height is length. Now, the area of cross-section of water in the tank, firstly, we have to calculate. This is the cross-sectional area of the water. This is the area of segment. If we calculate area of segment, we can calculate the area of section of water in the tank. Therefore, we can write here is the area of section of water in tank equal to area of segment. And this area of segment formula is the area of sector minus area of triangle. Look here, this is the center, and if we draw a radius here, and here are two radius, and this is the triangle, we name it as OAB. Now the area of this sector OAB minus area of triangle OAB. Now to find the area of sector, the formula of area of sector, that's equal to theta over 360 multiply pi r square, and area of triangle is 1/2 r square, this is r, into sine of angle theta. This is the angle theta. We can calculate this angle theta if we calculate the angle AOD. This angle AOD, that is equal to 2 times of angle AOD will be equal to angle theta. And this AOD we can calculate. Look here, this is the right angle triangle. And this right angle triangle is ADO. In this right angle triangle, this length OA and OB is the radius, that is 12 centimeter. Therefore, we write as 12 here, and this is 12. And the height, the length of OD is 6. And this is the angle we have to calculate. And this is the adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Therefore, adjacent over hypotenuse, 6/12 will be equal to cos theta, and theta will be equal to cos inverse 6/12, and this will be equal to 60 degree, and therefore the angle AOT will be equal to 2 times of 60 degree, and this is 120, because this angle is 60, and this angle is also 60. Therefore, the total angle will be equal to 120. We can write 120 degree, and radius r is 12, and we substitute the value of theta angle is 120. 120 over 360, multiply 3.142, r is 12 square, minus 1/2 into 12 square into sine theta. Sine is 120, and we can calculate it. And this value is equal to 150.8 minus this 1/2 into 12 square into sine 120. This is equal to 62.35. Now we will take the difference, that will be equal to 88.416 cubic centimeter. We have to calculate the volume of water in the tank. The volume of water, that will be equal to base area of cross section, base area into length. Look here, this is the volume of water formula, and we put here the base area. And this base area is 88.416 multiplied by length. Length of tank is 100 centimeter. Here is the length given is 1 meter. We convert into centimeter, that is 100 centimeter. We put the value 100 centimeter, and this value becomes 8841.6, and this 8842 cubic centimeter. This is the volume of water in the tank. This is the answer. RB rectangular fish tank, length 42, width 35 centimeter, is full of water. Stone lies at bottom of tank. Stone is removed from the tank. The depth of water decreases by 0.2 centimeter. The density of stone is 2.2 gram per cubic centimeter. Calculate the mass of the stone in grams. Look here, the density equal to mass over volume, then mass will be equal to density multiplied by volume. The density here is 2.2 gram per cubic centimeter. The volume of stone is, we have to calculate. The volume of stone, the volume of stone will be equal to volume of water drop. So therefore, the water drop, this will be equal to length into width into decreases depth. Height or depth is the same meaning. Length is 42 multiplied by 35, decreases depth is 0.2 cubic centimeter to 0.2 centimeter, and this will be equal to 294 cubic centimeter. Therefore, The volume of stone is 294 cubic centimeter. Multiply 2.2 gram per cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter, it would be cancelled. And then we multiply 2.2 into 294. This will be equal to 646.8 gram. And this is the answer. Next part of this question. Part C, diagram shows a cuboid. Calculate angle AG makes with the base of the cuboid. This is the length AG. This is base ABCD. And the angle between AG and base we have to calculate. Firstly, we will draw a diagonal here. And this diagonal is AC. The angle between AC and AG is the angle between AG and base. Therefore, this angle will be equal to CAG, and this angle CAG we have to calculate. We can calculate this angle if two sides of in this triangle ACG is given. If we calculate the length AC, we can find easily the angle, this angle CAG. Firstly, we calculate this length AC. Look here, this is the triangle ABC is a right angle triangle, and this right angle triangle we use the Pythagoras theorem, base square plus perpendicular square equal to hypotenuse square. Therefore, base is 8 square plus 12 square, perpendicular is 12, and hypotenuse is AC square. Therefore, AC will be equal to 8 square is 64, 12 square is 144, and this will be equal to 208 square root, and this will be equal to 14.42. This length is 14.42. This is the right angle triangle ACG. In triangle ACG, a right angle triangle, this if we have to calculate this angle, therefore this is side will be opposite side, this is adjacent. The ratio between opposite over adjacent, that will be equal to 10 CAG. Therefore, the 10 CAG will be equal to opposite side is 15 over 14.42, and this angle CAG will be equal to 10 inverse for 15 over 14.42, and this will be equal to 46.125. This is the answer. Question 5 part is simplify 25 x power 6 whole power 3 over 2. We can write 25 is 5 power 2 and x power 6 is written as it is whole power 3 over 2. Now when we open the bracket, 5 power 2 into 3 over 2 and into x power 6 into 3 over 2. Now for 2 will be cancelled, and this is 2 times 3 is 6. Now we can write 5 power 3 into x power 9, and this value 5 power 3 is 5 into 5 into 5, and this will be equal to 125 x power 9. This is the answer. Part B, there are 5 terms of sequence. Find the nth term of sequence. Look here, these are the 5 terms of sequence. Each term we get, if we multiply the preceding term by 6, we get next term. Therefore, all these terms are the multiple of 6. We can write these terms in terms of 6 power. Look here, the first last term, we start from the last term, we can write 6 power 3, and this we can write 6 power 2, this is 6 power 1, and this is 6 power 0, and 1 over 6 we can write 6 power minus 1. We have to calculate the nth term of the sequence. You look at the first term is we write 6 power minus 1, and this is the second term, and this is 6 power 0, and third term, this is 6 power 1, and the fourth term is 6 power 2, and the fifth term is 6 power 3. We can write these terms by using the term value. We can write fifth term, we can write 6 power 5 minus 3, and fourth term we can write 6 power 4 minus 2, and third term we can write 6 power 2 minus 3 minus 2. Second term we can write 2 minus 2, and the first term we can write 1 minus 2. Look here. In each term, we write 6 power position of term minus 2. Therefore, the nth term we can write 6 power n minus 2, and this is the answer. Part C, expand and simplify. Firstly, we will expand last two algebraic expression. First expression we write as it is, x plus 4. Firstly, we multiply x to 3x, we get 3x squared. Next, x to minus 1, we get minus x. Next, minus 3 to 3x, we get minus 9x. And then minus 3 is multiplied by minus 1, we get plus 3. And this will be equal to x plus 4 is written as it is. And 3x squared is written as it is, minus x minus 9 minus 10x plus 3. Next, we will expand these two expressions. Firstly, we multiply x to 3x squared, we get 3x cubed. Next, x to minus 10x, we get minus 10x squared. And then x multiplied by 3, we get plus 3x. And next, if we will multiply 4 to 3x squared, we get 12x squared. And 4 to plus 4 to minus 10, we get minus 40x. And plus 4 to 3 plus 12. And therefore, 3x cubed is written as it is, minus 10x squared plus 12x squared will be equal to plus 2x squared plus 3 minus 40. That will be equal to 37. Therefore, minus 37x and plus 12 is written as it is. This is the answer. Show that 3x plus 5 plus 7 over x minus 2 equal to x. Simplify 2x squared plus x minus 3. We have to show that when we simplify this equation, we get the equation in this form. Therefore, firstly, we simplify this. First step, we will write the equation 3x plus 5 over 1 plus 7 over x minus 2 equal to x. When we add the two fractions, we make the denominator same. Therefore, we multiply this first fraction denominator by x minus 2. And we also multiply this this fraction, the numerator of the fraction by x minus 2. And therefore, the denominator of both fraction becomes same. We write x minus 2 as it is. And we can write this 3x plus 5 into x minus 2 plus 7, and this will be equal to x. We will expand the numerator. This will be equal to 3x squared, 3x to minus 2 minus 6x, 5 to, we multiply 5 to x, we get plus 5x, plus 5 into minus 2, we get minus 10 plus 7 over x minus 2 equal to x. Now we can write this 3x squared is written as it is. Minus 6 plus 5, we get minus 1x. Minus 10 plus 7, we get minus 3. And this will be equal to, we cross multiply x minus 2 to x, we get x into x minus 2. And this will be equal to 3x squared minus x minus 3. We will expand this right side. Therefore, x multiplied by x, we get x squared. X multiplied by 2, we get minus 2x. Now, this equation, we can write 3x squared minus x, and we shift the right side values. Therefore, plus x squared become minus x squared, and minus 2x become plus 2x, and minus 3 is written as it is equal to 0. Now 3x square minus x square, this becomes 2x square minus x plus 2x, it becomes plus 1x, and minus 3 equal to 0, and hence it is proved. When we simplify this equation, we get 2x square plus x minus 3. Hence it is proved. Part second, solve by factorization. 2x square plus x minus 3 equal to 0. To factorize this equation, we use the factorization midterm breaking method. To factorize this by midterm breaking method, we will write 2x square as it is, plus as it is, and minus 3 as it is. And in place of 1x, we will write two terms. When we subtract, we get 1. Look here, the factor of 6 is 1 into 6, 3 into 2. Therefore, we will write in the place of x is plus 3x minus 2x. This will be equal to 1x. Next, we will take the common here between first two terms. Here is the common is x. Therefore, we can write 2x plus 3 and minus 2x minus 3. The common here is minus 1. We can write this 2x plus 3 equal to 0. And 2x plus 3 is taken as a common. Next, in these two terms, we can write 2x plus 3 into x minus 1 equal to 0. And therefore, either 2x plus 3 equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. To calculate the value of x, we shift 3 from left to right side. We get 0 minus 3, and this will be equal to, x will be equal to minus 3 over 2. And this x minus 1 equal to 0, this is the x minus 1 equal to 0. We can write x equal to 1. The values of x here is minus 3 over 2 and x equal to 1. This is the answer. Question 5 part E. Solid cylinder has base area x and height is 3x. Total surface area is same as total surface area of cylinder is same as total surface area of solid hemisphere, radius 5y. Show that x square equal to 75y square over 8. Look here, the total surface area of solid cylinder is same to total surface area of solid hemisphere. Therefore, we can write surface area of solid cylinder equal to surface area of solid hemisphere. Surface area of cylinder is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R square. This is the curved surface area of cylinder, and this is the area of top and bottom. Suppose this is the cylinder, and this cylinder having curved surface area, and the area of bottom and top. The bottom area is pi R square, top area is pi R square. Therefore, this will be equal to 2 pi R square. And the curved surface area is 2 pi RH. Next, the hemisphere, surface area of solid hemisphere. This is the curved surface area of hemisphere is 4 pi R square over 2. And this will be equal to 2 pi R square. But the top of the surface area is circular. Therefore, we write the area of this top is pi R square. Therefore, we can write this 2 pi R square plus pi R square. Now we can write this 2 pi is taken as a common. We can write RH plus R square. And here is pi is taken as a common. We can write 2 R square plus R square. Therefore, we can write 2 pi into R is here is radius of the cylinder is x, height is 3x, plus radius is x. We can write x square equal to pi into 2 into radius of hemisphere is 5y. We can write 5y whole square plus 5y whole square, and this will be equal to pi will be cancelled. We can write 2 into 3x square plus 1x square and this will be equal to 10 2 into 25y square plus 25y square, and this will be equal to 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8x square equal to 50y square plus 25y square, and therefore x square will be equal to 25 over 8 y square. This is the answer. Question number 6, ABCD is a quadrilateral with AB 10.4 centimeter, AD 6.5 centimeter, angle DAB 64, BDC is 26, and DBC 42 degree. Show that BD equal to 9.55 centimeter. Look here, this is the side BD we have to calculate. Look here, this is the triangle ABD and this triangle ABD, and in this triangle, two sides and the angle between them is given. If the three sides and one angle relationship in a triangle given, we use the cosine rule. According to cosine rule, we can calculate the length of BD, and this length as BD square will be equal to AB square plus BAD square minus 2 times of AB into AD into cos of angle between them. AB square is 10.4 square, AD is 6.5 square, and AB 2 into AB is 10.4 into AD is 6.4 into cos 64 degree, and we calculate this right side, and BD square equal to 91.14. Therefore, we take the square root on both sides, we get BD equal to 91.14 square root. This value equal to 9.546, and this is the length of BD, 9.546. This is the answer. In the two decimal place, the answer will be, we write 9.55, and this is the answer. Next part B, first part, show that BCD equal to 112. We have to calculate this angle BCD, and this is the triangle BCD. In the triangle BCD, sum of interior angle of triangle is equal to 180. Therefore, we can write the angle BCD plus 26 degree angle plus 42 degree angle. This will be equal to 180, and this BCD plus 68 equal to 180, and this BCD will be equal to 180 minus 68. This will be equal to 112. This is the proof to the angle BCD is 112. Question B, part second, length CD. This is the length CD we have to calculate. Look here, we have three angles given and one side also given. Therefore, we can calculate this length CD by using sine rule. According to sine rule, the length BD, the given length, the sine of the angle of opposite side, this is angle C, and this length we have to calculate DC, and this DC length, our sine of the angle of this opposite side is sine 42. Now we can write BD length is 9.55 and sine angle C is 112 equal to DC, our sine 42. Now we can write DC will be equal to 9.55, our sine 112 multiply by sine 42, and this will be equal to 6.892, and we can write this 6.89 centimeter is the length of CD. Next part C, find the shortest distance from D to AB. The shortest distance from D to AB is the perpendicular distance from D to AB. This is the perpendicular distance, and we have to calculate this perpendicular distance, and we name it as h height. And look here, this is the right angle triangle because this is the perpendicular on AB. And in this right angle triangle, this side is opposite and this side is hypotenuse. Therefore, opposite our hypotenuse, this will be equal to sine 64 degree will be equal to opposite side h. Our hypotenuse is 6.5. We can write h will be equal to 6.5 into sine 64, and this will be equal to 5.842, and therefore 5.84 is the answer. Question 7, part A, solve 3x minus 8 equal to 6 minus 4x. Shape 4x from right to left side. This equation become 3x plus 4x equal to 6 plus 8. We shift 8 from left to right side. And this value becomes 3x plus 4x equal to 7x equal to 14. And we can write this x equal to 14 over 7. This will be equal to 2. And this is the answer. Part B, factorize fully 10a square plus 5a. In the first step, we take the common. The common here is 5a, and we can write this 10a square, that becomes 2a after taking common, plus 5 is a is taken as a common. This value become 1. We can write 5a into a plus 1. This is the answer. Part C, factorize 2x minus 3 whole square minus 9. We can write this equation 2x minus 3 whole square minus 9. We can write 3 whole square. We use the identity a square minus b square, that's a plus b into a minus b. Therefore, we use the identity to factorize this. Therefore, the first term here is 2x minus 3 and the second is 3. Therefore, we can write a plus b into a minus b. And here is a, here is 2x minus 3. We write here is 2x minus 3, b here is 3. Therefore, we can write 2x minus 3 plus 3, and this is a is 2x minus 3 and b is minus 3. Now this 3 will be, it would be cancelled. We can write 2x into 2x minus 3 is minus 6, and this is 2x into 2x minus 6. Look here, we can take a common in 2x minus 6. Therefore, we can write 2 as a common from 2x minus 6. This expression becomes x minus 3. Therefore, we can write 4x into x minus 3. This is the factorization of part C. Next, part D, f of x equal to 1 over 4x minus 1 and g of x equal to 3 power x. F of 4. We can write this f of 4. This will be equal to f of 4 equal to 1 over 4 into x. In the place of x, we write 4 minus 1 as it is, and this will be equal to 1 over 16 minus 1 is 1 over 15. G of 2, we can write this g into g of 2. And g of x here is 3 power x. Therefore, we can write g into 3 power 2. Therefore, we can write g of 9. And in replace, g of x is 3 power x. Therefore, g of 9 will be equal to 3 power 9. And this is the answer of part D. Next is the part third. G of k is equal to f of 7. Find k. Look here, f of x equal to 1 over 4x minus 1. Therefore, f of 7 will be equal to 1 over 4 into 7 minus 1. And this will be equal to 1 over 27 g of k. g of x equal to 3 power x. Therefore, g of k will be equal to 3 power k. Now we can write here is 3 power k equal to 1 over 27. And we can write this 27 is 3 power 3. And therefore, we can write 1 over 3 power 3 is 3 power minus 3. That will be equal to 3 power k. Therefore, k will be equal to minus 3. And this is the answer. Question 8. A baker can decorate X small cakes and Y large cakes. In one day, he decorates not more than 16 small cake, less than 10 large cake, more small cake than large cake, total of not more than 24 cake. One of inequalities, X is less than equal to 16. Write down the other three inequalities. Look here, the number of small cakes here is X and the number of large cake here is Y. Now the first inequality, not more than 16 small cake, this is X is less than equal to 16. This inequality is given here. Next is less than 10 large cake. Look here, the number of large cake is Y. Therefore, the less than 10 means Y is less than 10. This is the first inequality. Next is the more than small cakes than large cake. The small cakes represent X and large cake represent by Y. Therefore, Y is less than X. Total of not more than 24 cakes. It means a number of large cake and the number of small cake sum is less than 24. And this is the third inequality. We write here is the Y is less than 10, Y is less than X, and X plus Y is less than 24. These are the three inequalities. Now the part B. On the grid, draw the four straight line and shade the unwanted region to show these inequalities. Label region which satisfy the four inequalities. Look here, these are the four inequalities. We will draw the region of four inequalities. Firstly, we will draw the line against these inequalities. First inequality is X is less than equal to 16. We will draw a line, X is equal to 16 here. This is the straight line. And this straight line is X is equal to 16. Now we have to mark the unwanted region. X is less than 16. This will be the unwanted region. We will shade this. Next line is Y is less than 10. Firstly, we will draw the line Y equal to 10. The Y equal to 10 is a line which is which passing through the y-axis at position 10 and parallel to x-axis. This is the line Y equal to 10. We will draw here this line and this line Y equal to 10. But the inequality is Y is less than 10. Therefore, we will draw dotted line is Y is less than 10. The region Y is less than 10. The below region is Y less than 10. Unwanted region we will shade. And this will be the unwanted region. Next is Y is less than X. Next, firstly, we will draw the line Y equal to X. To draw this line, we will take some value of X. Against this value, we will calculate value of Y. Look here. When the value of X is 0, the Y value will be 0 because Y equal to X. And when we take X is 4, Y will also 4. And same here is X is 8, Y is 8. We will mark these points. Firstly, we mark the point 0, 0. This is 0, 0. Next is 4, 4. This is the 4, 4 point. And next is 8, 8. This position is 8, 8. Now we will draw a line which will passes through these points. This is the straight line of for this inequality, but the inequality is less than Y is less than X. Therefore, this will be the dotted line. Draw the line in this way. Now, for this inequality, the wanted region is Y less than 1. Below region, the unwanted region, the above of this line, we will shade this unwanted region. This is the unwanted region. We will shade. Next is the line x plus y equal to x plus y less than 24. To draw this inequality, before we take some values of x, draw the line, and against these value we will calculate the value of y. Look here, the value of x 0.48. In the value of y, we can calculate by using this formula y equal to 24 minus x, and when we put the value in this equation, we get 24 minus 0 is 24, 24 minus 4 is 20 because x here is 4, and when x is 8, we will write 24 minus 8. Therefore, the points here is 0, 24. This is the first point we will mark. This is the 0, 4. 0, 24 is the point we will mark here. Next is 420, and this position will be the 420, and next is 824. This will be the position of 816. This is 816. Next, we will join these points by a straight line. Look here, this is the position 816. Therefore, this is our required line. Next, because the inequality is less than x plus y less than 24, they will draw a dotted line. This is the inequality x plus y less than 24. The region will be the below region. Therefore, the unwanted region will be the upward region. Now we will shade unwanted region. Here is, this is the unwanted region. This region will be the 4 inequality region. This is unshaded region will be the 4 inequality region, and this is the solution. Part C, the baker earned $8 for decorating small cake and $12 decorating large cake. Use your diagram, find the largest amount of baker can earn in one day by decorating cakes. Firstly, we make equation here. Look here, the one small cake earning $1, $8, and X are the number of small cakes. Earning will be 8x, and one large cake earning is $12. The number of large cake here y. Therefore, y large cake earning will be $12y. Now the total cost will be equal to 8x plus 12y. We will take the values from this region. The value of x is less than equal to 16, and the value of y is less than 10. That will be equal to 10, and y value is less than 9. Look here, this is the x is 15 and y is 9. The position will be in this region. This is the point where the both values are maximum. Therefore, we see the answer. What is the answer? 8 times, we will put the value of x here is in this equation, 8 times 15 plus 12 into 9, and this will be equal to 120, and this will be equal to 108, and this is the $228 is the answer. This value is the maximum amount earning when the baker bakes the cake. X is equal to 15 and y equal to 9. You can check other values from in this region, but these values against these values of x and y, the total amount will be less to 228, and this is the answer. Question 9, part A. The OAB is a sector of circle, center O, radius 17 centimeter. OCD, center O, radius 10 centimeter. OCA, ODB are straight line. Angle AOB 60 degree. The perimeter of shaded region can be written in form of A pi plus B centimeter. Find value of A and B. Look here, we have to calculate the perimeter of this region. This is the region CD and AB. and the length BD and the length AC. Therefore, we can write the perimeter equal to arc length AB plus arc length CD plus BD length plus AC length. Firstly, we will calculate arc length AB, x degree over 360 multiply 2 pi r. This is the arc length formula we will use here. And therefore, here is the x degree is 60 over 360 multiply 2 pi. Our radius here is 17 plus next is the arc length of CD 60 over 360 into 2 pi. R here is the radius of this sector OCD. This will be 10 plus BD length here is OB minus OD is we can calculate BD length 17 minus 10. This is 7. And the length of AC will be also same, that is also 7. Now we can calculate this. 16 times 2 is 120, 120 over 360, that's equal to 1 over 3 into 17 pi plus 1 over 3 into 10 pi plus 14. And this will be equal to 27. 17 pi plus 10 pi, that's 27 pi over 3 plus 14. And this is 9 pi plus 14. And when we compare this A pi plus B, therefore the A will be equal to 9 and B will be equal to 14. And this is 9 and this value is 14. This is the value of A and B. This is the answer. Part B, the diagram shows a regular hexagon. The area of hexagon is 127.3 centimeter. Show that the length of hexagon is 7 centimeter. Track to 1 decimal place. Look here, this is the hexagon and we have to calculate length of the side of hexagon. We suppose that the length of the side of hexagon is x centimeter and we write all lengths will be x because this is regular hexagon. And next, we can calculate the area of this hexagon if the hexagon is divided into parts. Look here, when we divide this hexagon in 3 parts, the area of this hexagon will be equal to 1 over 2 into area of this triangle. The area of triangle equal to 1 over 2 AB sine theta. The angle is this angle. We have to calculate firstly the clear angle of regular hexagon will be equal to n minus 2 into 180 over n. This will be equal to 6 minus 2 into 180 over 6. And this will be equal to 6 times 3 is 30. 4 into 30 is 120. This angle is 120 degree. Therefore, we can write this. The area of this triangle will be x into sine is 120. And next, the area of this triangle is also same. Therefore, we multiply by 2. And this will be area of these 2 triangles. Next, we will add the area of this rectangle. Now, area of rectangle will be equal to length into width. Length here is not given here. We write L into x is W is x. Now we can write this area of hexagon will be equal to x square and sine 120. That will be equal to 0.86 plus L into x, and this will be equal to 0.866 x square plus length into x. For next, we can calculate this length L. this length can be calculated by using this triangle. In this triangle, look here, this is isosceles triangle. The angle between them is 120. When we draw perpendicular, the remaining angle will be 60 degree. Therefore, this right angle triangle having a angle 60 degree and this length is x, we have to calculate this length y. Now we use the formula sine 60 will be equal to y over x. Therefore, y will be equal to x into sine 60. Sine 60 is 0.866. Therefore, we write 0.866x is the length of y. The total length will be equal to 2y. Therefore, we can write 0.866x square plus length will be equal to 2 times of 0.866 into x, and this value will be equal to 0.866x square plus 2 into 0.866. This will be equal to 1.73x square. Therefore, we can write this area of hexagon will be equal to 0.866x square plus 1.732. This will be equal to 2.6x square, and this value will be equal to 127.3 2.6x square. Therefore, x square will be equal to 127 divided by 2.6. This will be equal to 48.9. To get the value of x, we take the square root. Square root of this value will be equal to 6.99. And this is approximately equal to 7, and this is the proof. And we have to prove the length of the side of hexagon is 7 centimeter. This is the solution. Part second, the hexagon is cross section of prism, length 10 centimeter. Find the volume of prism. The volume of prism equal to base area of cross section. You can say area of cross section of prism multiply the length between cross section, and this is area of cross section is 127.3. The length is 10 centimeter. Therefore, that value will be equal to 127.3 centimeter cube is the area of prism. Now, the surface area of prism. The surface area of prism is equal to 2 times of area of cross section plus area of number of slant faces. Look here, the number of faces here is 6. Slant faces is 6. 6 times the area of lateral faces, and 6 into area of this rectangle is width 7 centimeters, length is 6. We can write 10 into 7. Length is 10 and width is 7. The area of lateral face will be 10 into 7. 6 times 10 into 7 is the total area of lateral faces. Plus, and then this is equal to 2 into area of cross section is 127.3. And this value equal to 254.6 plus 420, and this will be equal to 674.6 centimeter square is the area of surface area of prism. Question 10 part A, point A and B is given here. Find the coordinate of midpoint of AB. Now the formula of the midpoint of AB is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2, x1 and y1 is the first endpoint coordinate, and the next endpoint coordinate is x2, y2. Now we will put the value in this formula. We get 6 plus 3, the x1 coordinate and x2 coordinates is 3, that's equal to 6 plus 3 over 2, and y1 is 2, and y2 is minus 4 over 2, and this will be equal to 9 over 2, and this is 4.5, and this is minus 2 over 2, this is 1. 4.5 minus 1 is the midpoint. We write here the answer. Next is the calculate length of AB. The length of AB is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the formula of distance formula between 2 points. Now here is the x1. Look here. The x1 here is 6 and y1 is 2 and x2 is 3 and y2 is minus 4. We will put the value here. X2 is 3, x1 is 6, and y2 is minus 4, y1 is 2, and we can calculate this. This value will be equal to minus 3 whole square is 9, minus 6, minus 4, minus 2, minus 6 whole square is 36, and this will be equal to 9 plus 36 is 45 square root. This is the length of AB. Next is the equation of line L. 4x plus 3y equal minus 12 equal to 0. Find the gradient of line L. Now to find the gradient of line L, firstly we will make the subject y in this equation. You look here, this equation becomes 3y equal to minus 4x plus 12 when we shift 4x and 12 from left to right side. Therefore, next we have to calculate y. Therefore, we divide this equation by 3. We get minus 4 over 3x plus 12 over 3 is 4. And this is the general equation of line. And when we compare it to y equal to mx plus c, this m is the gradient of line. Therefore, m equal to minus 4 over 3. This is the gradient of line L. Next is the find the equation of line L crosses the y-axis. Look where the equation of line here is 4x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. If this line crosses y-axis, the coordinates will be 0, b, because it crosses y-axis. Now we will put the value in this equation. We get 4 into 0 plus 3 into b minus 12 equal to 0. And we can write 3b minus 12 equal to 0. Then 3b will be equal to 12. B equal to 12 over 3, and this is 4. Therefore, 0, 4 is the coordinate of the point where the line crosses the y-axis. This is the answer. Third part, line P is perpendicular to line L, passes through the point 6, 5, and find the equation of the line of equation of P in the form of y equal to mx plus c. Suppose this is the line P, and this is line L, and this line L, this line P passes through 0.65, and the gradient of this line L is given already given, because the gradient of the line L is minus 4 over 3. Now we have to calculate the equation of line P. The equation of line P equal to y equal to mx plus c. In this equation, the gradient m will be equal to negative reciprocal of gradient of line L. Reason, because line L is perpendicular to line P. When two lines are perpendicular, therefore the gradients, product of the gradient equal to minus 1. Therefore, gradient of line P will be equal to minus 1 over ml. Now we can write minus 1 over 4 over 3. This minus 1 over minus 4 over 3, this will be equal to 3 over 4. And the gradient here is 3 over 4. The equation of this line becomes y equal to 3 over 4 x plus c. Now this point lies on the line P. Therefore, we can write in the place of y, 5, y coordinate is 5, x coordinate is 6. Therefore, 3/4 into 6 plus c to 5 equal to 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. This is equal to 9/2. This is 4.5 plus c. And this will be equal to c equal to 5 minus 4.5. C equal to 0.5, and this will be equal to 1/2. And we can write the equation of line y equal to mx plus c is 3/4x plus 1/2. C is 1/2. This is the required equation of line. Question 11, part A. The point -1, 6 lies on curve. The curve has function dy/dx equal to -4x cubed minus 9x squared plus 5. Show that -1, 6 is a stationary point on curve. Suppose this is the curve and this function dy/dx equal to -4x cubed minus 9x squared plus 5. It shows the gradient of tangents on curve. And we have to prove that the stationary point on curve is 1 minus 1, 6. And the stationary point is the point where the gradient of tangents equal to 0. Suppose this is the stationary point. At this point, the gradient of tangent will be 0. Therefore, we will use this function dy/dx. This will be equal to -4x cubed minus 9x squared plus 5. And we substitute the value minus at x equal to -1. What is the value of gradient of tangent? We check this value. If we put -1 here, this equation become -4 into -1 cube minus 9 into -1 square plus 5. And this value become +4 minus 9 plus 5. And this will be equal to 0. Therefore, at this point, at x equal to -1, the gradient of tangent will be 0, and this is the stationary point. Therefore, we can, hence it is proved the point -1, 6 is a stationary point on curve. Part B, a different curve has equation y equal to 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus 8. Calculate the gradient of the tangent of the curve at -2, 2. The gradient of tangent to this curve, this value will be equal to dy/dx. And dy/dx, firstly, we calculate this value dy/dx. Therefore, we take the derivative on both sides. And this derivative, the derivative of y will be dy/dx. The derivative of this right side dy/dx, we can write this dy/dx into 2x cubed minus 6x plus 8. And the derivative of 2x cubed will be 2 into the derivative of x cubed will be 3 into x power 2. And -6x, the derivative of -6x will be 6 into 1. The derivative of x is 1. And the derivative of 8 will be 0 because it is a constant. Now we can write 6x squared minus 6. This is the derivative of the, this is the dy/dx. And we have to calculate the value dy/dx at point -1/-2, 2. So there at point -2, 2, dy/dx will be equal to 6 into -2 plus 2. Now the dy/dx will be equal to 6 into -2 whole square minus 6. And this value will be equal to 24 minus 6. This value is equal to 18. Therefore, the gradient of tangent at this curve will be equal to 18. Next, part second, calculate the x coordinate of the stationary point of this curve. Look here, the curve is y equal to 2x cubed minus 6x cubed minus 6x plus 8. The derivative of this curve is gradient of tangent of the curve. Therefore, the gradient of tangent of the curve dy of dx equal to 6x square minus 6. Now we have to calculate the stationary point on this curve. At the stationary point, dy over dx will be 0. We write at stationary point dy over dx equal to 0. Now dy over dx equal to 0, we can write 6x square minus 6 equal to 0, and this value becomes 6x square equal to 6, and x square will be equal to 1. Therefore, we take the square root on both sides to get value of x. Now this value will be equal to x square root and 1 square root. This will be equal to x will be equal to plus minus 1. This is x is 1 and minus 1. This is the answer.